Welcome to Mid-Ohio, a track that requires precision and a car easily adaptable and switchable. So for that reason we picked a Ford Mustang with minimal rear downforce, just for the giggles of it. Obviously the Aston Martin and the Bentley are very good friends with each other, that friendly that the Aston Martin tried closing the Bentley's boot, may assumed the boot was open. Either way, that's a position gained nonetheless. Now, we are on hard tyres. This is a long race. Strategy is a lot at play here. That is quite a helpful strategy. Probably not to the Porsche, but to ourselves, certainly is. Again, strategy being tyre compounds, the amount of times you pit overall, and the pace you can set throughout the lap. Our pace, on the other hand, is dictated really by whether I can hold up a little bit of talent, as this Mustang is a little bit slidey in some corners. While yes, it is nicely pointy, getting on that throttle a little bit too eagerly, a little bit too early is something to bite your hand off or bite your leg off, whatever. Not too worried about going back a few places. Again, strategy being at play here. Some drivers will be on a very different tire compound, so their pace will be quicker than ours overall. So while at the beginning of the race we may go back a few places here and there, it's no harm no foul. They may have to pit a lot more times. We do not know at this time what the crack is. Now we've got a McLaren up in front of Porsche rejoining the track, and Thomas in the GT3 really giving the side of our car a lot of paint removal. You see coming through that corner there, the back end is happily stepping out and showing everybody how a Mustang really behaves out in the wild. And credit where credit's due, once this Mustang is sideways, it is actually really manageable, and it's a great bit of fun. You'll see a bit later on that I am laughing at how slidey this car is and how well trained it can be when you get it just right. What isn't just right is we have a boat lead to our right side looking to make a move. They may have a little bit better pace here. Looks to be the case thanks to a bit of side draft and slipstream. Not going to fight it too much. Going to give them the space to overtake. Get on an overtake. Thank you very much, Gus. Much appreciated. We have another Porsche behind us. This race is heavily dominated by Porsches. It really is. There are other cars to choose from than just the same Porsches over and over again. Now this track on the other hand is an absolute blast. It really is a Marmite track, and you either love it or you hate it. And at the beginning I really wasn't a fan of it, and this corner coming up now is really the kryptonite to my driving abilities, because I forget to brake for this corner all the time, and when I do it's usually too late. On the flip side of it, I'm starting to actually really enjoy this track. I mean, I don't know what everybody else's opinions are, but it's really unique in the sense of the elevation changes and corners, how some of them work for you, some of them work against you. What's not working in our favor is XL Big L9. Also in a Porsche. Just, every car is a Porsche at this track, and there we go, another drifting session through turn one. Absolutely loving it. Losing the position to a BMW, but I've got to be honest, we have to show the BMW how to really drift. And you know, they're really good cars to slide, but look how shocked they were. They didn't even manage turn two because of how impressed they were with the way this Mustang behaves. And it really was this race over and over again. This car was just sideways all the time through turn one, and what a gem it really was. Coming up to the end of lap 6, start of lap 7, people are now starting to enter the pits. I mean, we're down to position 9, looks bad on paper, but again, we're on hard tyres, really trying our best to make them last. Sideways, just burning the back ones out, but a lot of people have gone into the pits, and as the lap progresses on, or the race progresses on, a few more people join the pits. Ourselves, I think the best time to pit will be roughly between lap 11 and lap 12, halfway through the race, jump on to another set of hard tyres. I really don't think extending the hards and jumping onto mediums at this track is the right course of action, especially when I'm driving like this. Sideways again, and you see the absolute laughing on my face, just how well trained this Mustang really is, and what a livery that car is rocking as well. I think that also adds to the flavour of what this car can do. So yeah, we're going to jump onto another set of hard tyres halfway through the race. I mean, looking at it now, by the end of lap, well, midway through lap 10, we are rocking 57% of the tires remaining. When it gets down to 50% is when we have minor wear. And do you know what? Doesn't really matter. You know, we're back onto a new set of tires. The Bentley behind has gone gardening. That was a really engaging turn 2 for them as we went off track. The section here, do you know what? We nailed it. Sideways. The corner that we always mess up on. And it's sideways, you just see you laughing still there. It really was a joy to get this car sideways, and it's very rare that you get that kind of fun sensation. And I would say what started off as a very tense, engaging race turned into a lonely event as position 4 is 26 seconds ahead. And we are 8 seconds away from the car behind in position 5. You know, it's became a bit lonely as well, so the drifting really picked it up a bit. That is a Porsche. Why did I have to think about that? It's gonna be a Porsche, but do you know what's really interesting with this Porsche? And I've got to say is very irritating with ghosting, is the car is ghosted, we lapped them. Why are they in the proximity? They're not going to affect us. Not only that, the ghost tries to outbrake us. See you in a bit. Off they go. And we managed that corner there beautifully. And we're on hard tyres. Who knows what they're on, but they're definitely a lap down, which is not ideal. Furthermore to them being a lap down, you see what position they were in? They were in position 11. That's the first car we have lapped. The mass exodus event at Mid-Ohio has taken hold, and many of the drivers have quit. Probably half the lobby's gone. Well, there's position 10. They're not even bothering to race. I think they're probably just letting the AI drive the car around. Less than ideal, but, you know, a player is a player. I think we started off with 19 or 20 of us, and there's 11 of us left. I mean, position 10, would you count them as a player? They're not actually playing. I don't know. Have to let me know down below. But moving on from how many is left in this race to running out of talent, and that being this corner here, we really do get the car sideways. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Lost it. Oh, there's a wall. You see my reaction there of, oh crap. On the plus side, we did a full 360. Looked awesome doing it. Had a great burnout on the other side. And we have 2 cars that are barreling down to us. So we lost a little bit of time. Sadly though, Palmer and the Bentley decided that I needed to go gardening to get some flowers for his mum. I don't know. Either way, they quit the race straight after that. I mean, lap 21, and they didn't even finish. I mean, you know, I really wasn't taking this race, warm-up race, all that seriously. And yeah, as you can clearly tell. Yeah, you know, sometimes you're sitting there thinking, why did they quit? You know, lap 21, was there any point to that? Was it an accident? You know, we're all human, we all make mistakes, and no harm, no foul. When he lost the position, they could have backed off, surrendered, and given it back. You know, it's one of those. We can work together. Like, you know, I really don't think many drivers, unless you blatantly see it, is a malicious act. And you guys know that I'm pretty chill with a lot of stuff like that. And again, it's just a position. And that is just sideways. Come on, little Mustang. Keep going sideways whilst the time of day and the weather keeps changing in the final 30 seconds of this race. But don't go away just yet, because the next race is going to be at the Nürburgring, and we have a very, very different strategy for this race. Let's have a look at actually how many people quit. So there was 9 of us left. 9 out of 19. So 10 people quit. That is more than half. Wow, that is absolutely shocking. Not good at all. But going over to the Nürburgring, we're choosing a different car. We have plan, we have strategy, we have the Aston Martin. Long race, hard tyres, and you know what? We had in our head a no-stop strategy, because it can be done. On a medium length race, Flash. Not a long race. No. So, not too sure whether this was the right idea or not. But we're going to soon find out, because I think you definitely could do medium to medium just about. It's kind of dicey, but it is doable. Hard and then to soft is what we're going to have to do, because, you know, wisdom and brain cells didn't connect. Right, we have Unseeming Axe in a Red Bull livery Acura. Now, Unseeming Axe, I would say, are a little bit touchy and become very close neighbours to ourselves. But for the first part of this race, I'm going to hang back and try and let things develop and then settle down. I'm not looking to battling just yet. There's only 17 of us in this race at the moment. You don't really get a mass exodus event at this track. The other ones that usually get affected pretty hard. Now, that is a BMW gone sandcastle building. Acura to the left hand side, going to go side by side through this section here. Acura backs off a little bit, but not enough, and I drive over their front end. Less than ideal flash. Should have given a bit more space there, but at least the stewards didn't give any of us a penalty. Now, being side by side as a trio going through this corner here is probably not the smartest of moves. Not as bad as what that Porsche is having at the moment up in front, but again, just gonna kind of move out the way. There's a car parked there. Yeah, kind of rough start to the race. Not the worst we've seen up to now, but certainly not the best. Braking at about 120, 130, getting overtaken by Max Verstappen in the Mercedes with a Red Bull livery. Somehow they managed to pull off making that corner. What is going to be pulled off is our bumper as we turn for our final corner by the Unseeming Axe in the Acura. Really insane move to make, especially on a final corner like that. You see the disapproval of what happened there. So probably guess that might be new to this race. Why is that BMW collecting signs? You don't need to collect them. There's somebody at the end of the day that will pick them all up. Oh, the Mercedes got wrecked. Oh, we got touched. Oh, that's not good. Oh, thank golly for that. Usually the stewards would blame the final car that touched them. Even though they were already destroyed, we was the last form of contact, and usually it becomes our fault. Not the case this time, which is really nice to see. Why is a person called Skint Cow up in front? What a name that is. I mean, cows don't really have money. Unless they do and have it in secret and they haven't told us where they're stashing it. You never know. But we are breaking away from the cars behind. I'm going to try and make a bit of gains to the cars up in front. What a beautiful aerial shot. Probably one of very few decent cameras in the replay system in Forza Motorsport. And do you know what? It's actually amazing that the replay actually worked. We've got 24 minutes of replay save of a 30-minute race. I think that is a record. So someone's going to get fired at turn 10 for getting an extra 4 minutes out of a replay and actually for it to save. So I feel sorry for that person. There's a lot of dust being kicked up and not a lot of violence going on. Not too bad. We're in position 13. I mean, there was 17 of us in the race to start off with. Gained a few places. Not too sure if anybody has quit at the moment. I don't really think anybody has. But if we keep the pressure on, keep our foot down, and start making some gains. We're 9 seconds up on this lap already, which is absolutely brilliant. Just need to nail this section here. And I've got to say credit where credit's due to this Aston Martin as well. What a pointed car this machine is. And I haven't driven it in a very, very long time, so I was unsure what the tune was going to be like or anything like that. And I've got to say, very, very satisfied with the way this car handles. What a machine it really is. Position 1 has DC5 Sam. I've raced DC5 Sam many times before. Very, very quick driver and very, very fair. So credit where credit's due. It's great to see them in this race. What is also great to see is a different car. Not a Porsche, it's a Lexus. Great car. Do you know what? That thing's got a hell of a soundtrack to it. It sounds incredible. And Phantomus 590, I would say, is holding on to it very, very well. It was a very quick car, the Lexus. I mean, look how it flew out of that corner. But one thing it is, the crux to that vehicle is handling. Yep, and there it goes. It's in a bit. Porsche up in front has rejoined the track up ahead. Skint Cow, fair enough. 2.3 seconds of penalties. Wow, that's quite the collection already, considering we're only lap 5 out of 14. Maybe if we brake for that corner a little bit better, we would have caught them up a little bit more, but no harm, no foul. Again, this is a long race, so while pace does matter, just got to also make sure you can stay consistent and improve little by little per lap. Just kind of close that door ever so slightly up in front. There we are. Porsche up ahead is having a moment. Aston Martin looking absolutely majestic. Need to get a livery for this car and make it look good, because the base livery is okay-ish to an extent. And while we did manage to overtake Fatimus 590, the Porsche up ahead has gone off the track. So we're now up to position 9. We have X-Mist 777, by the looks of it, being in a Porsche up ahead, because that's the only car you can choose from in any of the GT3 lobbies. I really don't understand why the Porsche is the most popular car. I've driven it and I didn't think it was that good, but again, it might be very different on controller. There's a few people in the pit, so we're going to get a few more places out of that, which is, I'll say they're probably on medium tyres. May well have extended the softs as much as they can, but I think probably medium is the right shot to call it. And by the time we get to lap 8, more people join the pits, and we are in position 2. We've got Stewie Head, well, 13 seconds ahead. They have been making actually great gains. They were only 2 places in front of us at the start of this race, and look at them go now. And with ourselves having a great bit of free air, we can start also closing the door down on those lap times. Now, we extended our tyres as much as we can on hard, and we're going to jump straight to softs. Coming out of the pits, the tyres are a little bit cold and a little bit crap, so we've just got to scrape them in, warm them up a little bit, and get a bit of feeling behind them, and we can start really reeling in the cars up ahead. I mean, 12 seconds, well, almost 13 seconds away, it's quite a time delta. We only have 4 laps remaining of this race to really start closing those doors. Can we do it is the question, and I think we're gaining really well. We've already knocked down the time by half within a lap and a half. Yeah, so KG245112 is now less than 6 seconds ahead. You can see him just in front of us. Behind, we have no competition. They are 15 seconds away. We have a fresh bit of air up in front. Mercedes, beautiful car. Do you know what? I was going to pick that car as well for this race, and I didn't know whether the tune was going to be good enough for it or not. And I decided ultimately to go for the Aston Martin. Been a very long time since I've driven that Mercedes. Last time I drove it, it was very good at the Nürburgring. So, yeah. I do believe the car up in front is on medium tyres. Ourselves being on soft should be able to get past them. Let's hope they don't over-defend and cause a situation become fair. But it is the final lap coming up. That is a part BMW. Ooh, getting very close to the back of their car. Flash, that was brave. I would say that he could have absolutely destroyed that Mercedes driver. Thank you for having decent brakes on your car. That's all I can say. Well done to the pit crew for making sure that we have a good quality brand on there. Missed 777 behind is going to be a problem, because they are also going to be wanting to gain that position back. Now, KG is going into the defensive line. Can we do the switchback? Ooh, a little bit of contact there. I do apologise about that, but was looking for the switchback move, but they parked it on the apex. Credit where credit's due. Very, very good defending there. But it's not going to last all that long. We're going to nail it into the section here, nice and tight. Kind of force their nose out a little bit wider. Force them to back out and really, oops, steady, come back on the track in one piece. Tyres are now onto minor wear, so we are a little bit squirrely. Mercedes is now going to have to defend from the BMW while trying to attack us, but I don't think they are trying to attack us anymore. You know, sometimes you see that time delta just plummet down and you think, you know what, I don't want to lose another position. Let's defend from that BMW behind, and it gives us free reign to get away. Stewie Head 204F is 6.4 seconds away, so we've also caught time on them. I think the soft tyre choice was probably the right way to go, and really looking at the tyre wear at the moment, really touching cloth. There's no two ways about that. 42% warp remaining on the tyres. When you get to 40%, it's on moderate wear. You see the red light pinging on now, saying our tyres are pretty much goosed. And do you know what? It still grips extremely well. Look at, there we go. The time and weather change of a long race is taking hold at the Nürburgring. Look at that. Absolutely lovely. Game is fixed. No problems whatsoever. Needs no further updates. Stewie Head 5.2 seconds away. All our tyres are on moderate wear, but it is our final lap, coming around for the final corner in position 6. What a race that was. Credit where credit's due to the Aston Martin and actually the drivers in this race. Absolutely brilliant overall. But let's see how many actually did quit before this race was over. Oh, there's 11 of us remaining. That's not too bad. Only 6 drivers quit. Yeah, fair enough. Skinned cow quit. Oh, didn't notice that. Anyway, thank you all for watching. See you all next time.